Warning, the following podcast features offensive material discussed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, the offenders must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any of the material you hear on this show, or we will sue your ass for copyright infringement. Love the offenders.
Hey everybody, Kyle again with the Offenders Podcast, and that was a bit of a beatbox to start off this week. Alright, and joining me as always, well actually not as always, but...
Well, I'm always here.
Well, you're always here, but I'm actually with you this time.
Yes.
It's not like I'm joining you through the powers of the interwebs.
That's
I'm
right.
actually physically sitting next to you in your vehicle as we're currently driving away from your house.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my name is Evan. I'm the mysterious driver.
And Mysterious Driver, who else is with us?
There's a mysterious transient vagabond in my back seat who told us he would kill us if we did not take him to a precise location behind a Publix.
Speak no more of the subject. This is not Shane. This is a transient vagabond.
How about that? Like somber darkness.
It's a tranny vagabond.
I am not a pantry homosexual. Wait, is it closet?
That's right.
Could you be a cupboard? Like a cupboard homosexual?
Do you think they call it a pantry?
Maybe I'm trying to cover it up so no one knows.
Did they keep pants in there?
Maybe. That's
Oh,
what
man.
pants grow on trees in some places, you
Dude,
know?
we need to fucking start a tree farm.
Where the fuck did pants grow on trees?
I don't know, because it's a pantry.
It's a pantry.
Oh. Once again, another pun today that I've missed. I love how the fact is like, somebody can be like, Kyle, I need for you to explain for me, why does calculus work? Oh, that's no problem. Let me tell you about this. And you make one pun and I'm like, I don't get any of it.
So today we're just kind of driving around because Kyle's in town, and we decided to do a Halloween episode. So we're going to talk about some of our favorite Halloween memories, share a couple of them with you guys, you know, just all things Halloween, because like, I fucking love Halloween. It's one of my favorite times of the year because everybody thinks that it's okay to be evil, so therefore they don't judge me as much as they would normally. And I don't know, how do you guys feel about Halloween in the grand scheme of holidays? It's in my top 3 definitely.
I think Halloween is basically a chance for adults to be kids again. Because, like, maybe our parents' generation, not so much, because, like, my parents didn't really give a shit about Halloween or costumes or anything like that. They did it because, you know, they take us out trick-or-treating, but I see a lot of people now who are our age who have kids, or maybe a little bit older and have kids, and they seem more into it than the damn kids do.
Yep.
You know? So I think it's more of like an adult holiday now, because I think so many other holidays are really more child-focused anyways.
And they have to have an excuse to dress up and feel like an idiot for one day. Whereas we can do that any time of the year because that's what we fucking love doing.
For real.
That's
Because
right.
we're idiots.
There's way too many kids like President's Day and fucking Columbus
Martin
Day.
Luther King Day.
Martin Luther King Day.
Fucking
kids' holiday.
Veterans Day.
Veterans
Day. I'll tell you what. Boxing Day. What the fuck is Boxing Day? I know it has nothing to do with
That's
actual...
where you go around and beat the shit out of everybody who pisses you off. It's like, motherfucker, it's Boxing Day. Ding, ding! And all of a sudden the fight just starts right in the middle.
Doesn't it have something to do with, like, putting shit in boxes, though? Because I always thought it was, like, Dudley, you know, like, let's have a fisticuffs.
Yeah,
you know?
it's something about boxing up stuff.
Mm.
But it's like British or Australian or some fucking shit that we don't have to care about because we won.
America!
That's what the war is about.
Fuck
We don't have
yeah!
to care about boxes, so that's what the war is about.
On a related note,
Well, see,
I
that's
saw
what-
a name at work this week. It was Meirica. America.
But I was going to say, you've heard the Boxer Rebellion, right? That was all the people who revolted against boxing shit up. They were unboxing it. So it was the Boxer Rebellion.
Oh, that carries on to today. You can see it on YouTube. It's like, I'm unboxing my new so-and-so.
Yeah, man.
And they're like, fuck this shit.
Fuck this packaging. I don't need boxes.
I always thought the Boxing Rebellion was the northern school versus the southern school of Kung Fu, because it's like one does hand, one does foot. It's like, enough of this boxing. Try my dragon tail.
So maybe we should talk more about Halloween again.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm sorry.
Shane, where does Halloween rank in your...
I'm all for anything where people like decide they're going to have fun. So,
Hell yeah.
learn to fight zombies.
See, I told you.
So,
We just passed a place here in town. It's On's Taekwondo, and it says, tired of being bullied by zombies? Learn Taekwondo.
On the other side, it says learn to fight zombies with Taekwondo, which is, let me tell you, if you're fighting like High School of the Dead zombies,
You're fucked.
you are fucked. You saw what happened to the Karate Guy if you watched it. He got owned right in the first few minutes.
I didn't pay attention to anything other than the gigantic bouncing breasts.
Oh, yeah, the titties that
Well,
move
you
faster
missed
than the
all the
speed of
fucking-
sound.
You missed all the people being fucking awesome then.
People there were people?
Titties
were
are
just-
people too, Evan.
There were people?
Well, see, that's another good thing about Halloween, too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Everything is fucking sexy. It's like sexy butcher, sexy long
Sexy
fucking
butcher.
Sexy lunch lady.
sexy longshore lady.
Sure, like-
It's a woman with a fucking scally cap and a bikini.
Sexy bearded woman.
And she smells like fish, but that's because she works on the docks.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love. Like, I always like when any girl's like, what should I dress up as for Halloween? I always say something like, somebody recently asked that, and I was like, you should dress up as Abraham Lincoln riding a velociraptor. I was like, wait a minute, this is for Halloween. A sexy Abraham Lincoln riding a velociraptor. I was like, I'm sorry, what was I thinking?
I'm just gonna put this out there. One of the best memories I've had of Halloween in the last couple of years was I went downtown with a couple of my buddies, and there was an entire group of women dressed up as Ninja Turtles.
Awesome.
And boy, let me tell you, Mikey, Michelle, should we call her Michelle?
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
Mhm.
Michelangelo had one of the nicest butts I had ever seen in my life. And I was feeling pretty ballsy that day. Usually I just act really awkward and say stupid stuff to girls that I think are cute. But this night, I was dressed up in costume, so I wasn't Evan Jones. I was somebody else. So she was bouncing her butt on the bar, and I was like, "Excuse me, can I high five your butt?" And she said, "Of course." So I high fived her butt, and like, you remember like on Final Fantasy, you have the fanfare. That shit happened in my head instantaneously. It was so fucking great, and my friend saw it happen. He was like, "Ah!" And I was like, "Ah!" We ran around in circles outside. It was fucking great.
Like 5-year-olds.
Exactly. 5-year-olds do high five butts because that's about their, as high up as they can reach.
Well, they're really like low fives.
Low five. Well, I guess it's relativity 5.
Relativity.
Well, yeah, it's relative to their height.
What is
so.
that, like a new like boy band that sings about Einstein? With a relativity 5!
Oh, God.
I hope not. That would be terrible.
It'd be awesome.
It's funny in theory.
In theory, yes.
Yeah.
So what about you, Kyle? What was one of your greatest Halloween memories recently?
That's a good question. Well, several of my friends have birthdays right around Halloween, and so they do something every year called Birthday Ween. So, like, they celebrate all their birthdays and Halloween at the same time.
Nice.
And that's actually why I'm in town this weekend, was to go to that. But I had some pre-partying last night and woke up kind of rough this morning, so I won't party as hard as I did last night.
Side note, Kyle showed up to my house wearing sunglasses and a hat, so I knew that he had previously been drunk.
Yeah, it was a bad morning. But, yeah, Birthday Ween, like, they're always pretty fun because, like, it's everybody comes in costume and just has a good old time. Look at that old dude.
Is that a wig?
I don't know, but that looks
I
like...
think it is.
Is that Gandalf?
We just saw Hillbilly Gandalf. I'm just going to put that out
At
there.
the fucking Allman Brothers Museum.
Well, that I didn't know that's what that was. It makes a
Yeah.
lot more sense that Hillbilly Gandalf would be at the Allman Brothers Museums. But yeah, no, like, Birthday Ween's always pretty awesome. It's just fun to go see a bunch of people, everybody in costume, having a good time, drinking. You can get kind of out of control. But It's still good.
Do you remember what you did last night? All of it?
No, I do remember everything.
That's good.
I didn't black out drunk. I drink too much, and then I didn't stay up long enough to sober up, and I went right to bed. And then I woke up in the morning, I knew it was just gonna be rough.
Bad news.
Yeah.
How about
And
you,
I was drinking
Jay?
super sweet drinks. Those are also.
Well, you see, I like Halloween, all right. I don't really participate in Halloween stuff. I'm just not one of those people who's like, I don't want to do this, so I hate it. So I'm happy when other people, like, I enjoy hearing other people and, like, you know, having a good time and stuff like that. I just don't do it.
That's because you are a quality human being. And when you don't like something, you don't complain about it. You just let other people do it.
I don't like it.
We don't like it.
Fucking stupid. So let's do a quick top 5 Halloween candy list. I'm gonna start off, even though I don't know all my answers are just gonna happen. Number 1 would be Fun Size Charleston Chew. Charleston Chew Vanilla. These are random order, by the way.
What is fucking Charleston Chew?
Well, you don't know what Charleston Chew is?
Never had Charleston Chew.
I might have and just not know. As a kid,
Type of candy.
I was a fat kid. I'm a fat adult too. But I was a really fat kid. But so
He
when
didn't
I
look
had,
at the fucking packages, he just opened it.
literally, I'd just be like, home. You know the only ones I knew I didn't like? The orange and the black one, because those are the cheap people. Fuck them. I don't want that.
I thought that was actually pretty good. But the thing is, like, I didn't care for the peanut butter in it, so I'd split it open and dunk the peanut butter out and just eat the other parts.
Oh, man.
But what is a Charleston Chew?
A Charleston Chew is like Laffy Taffy with chocolate on the outside of it. But it comes in strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, and coconut, I think. But all I ever ate was the chocolate ones covered in chocolate and the vanilla ones covered in chocolate.
Doesn't sound too bad.
It's fucking delicious, and it's super long, too. It's like that long. I know you can't see that out there in podcasts.
It was roughly 12 to 13 inches.
Yes, it is a huge fucking delicious candy bar. And I know I personally bought them from the fucking Starvin' Marvin down the street from my house almost like every other day as a child. So those are definitely number 1 and 2. I love Kit Kats,
Oh, yes.
Twix.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, there's these little There's this little fucking... It's a really cheap candy. It's like the kind that you would get at a drugstore instead of like the fucking real good stuff. It's just like, try our candy. It's delightful. It's called like Delightful Candy or some cheap knockoff name. But it's an eyeball, and you unwrap the foil eyeball, and it's a chocolate eyeball, and the inside of it is caramel. And it's like, it's not your normal, like, it's almost like Cadbury cream egg texture caramel.
Oh.
It's fucking delightful. Every time I go to my buddy Mike's house, which is like every weekend, and it's fucking Halloween, which is once a year, I make sure, because they come in peanut butter and caramel, and I instantly grab all of the caramel ones and say, fuck everybody else in this house. I'm going to destroy these eyeballs.
Nice.
Yes. And they know it. It's just it's like, if it's Thanksgiving, Evan's going to eat the fucking sweet potato pie. It's Halloween. Evan's going to eat the caramel eyeball chocolate things. So how about, who's going next? Top 5 Halloween candy.
Let's see. I like Three Musketeers.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I like Twix and Kit Kat.
Yep.
I actually like the orange Halloween candy, but it's down to like 4. Actually, I might want to make that one 5, so I need a 4.
Damn, take that turn a little harder, Evan.
Nerds.
Shit.
I like nerds too.
Nerds are good.
Yeah.
Nerds are good.
And then 5 would be the actual like orange and black Halloween candy, as long as I take the peanut butter out of it, because I don't actually like the peanut butter part.
Next time you eat it, you just have to stare at Kyle and be like, this is delightful. No idea.
Fair enough. So, I like candy corn.
Oh, fuck. The mellow cream pumpkins are so good.
The mellow cream pumpkins are the best. I didn't know the exact name for those.
man.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
And I will eat some candy corn. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things like you can get candy corn all year round, but I'm
Yeah.
only going to eat it at Halloween.
Right.
And then I'll usually eat so much, I was like, God, I'm never going to eat this shit again. And then it's like next
Till
year,
next year.
yeah, like, fuck, man, let me get some candy corn. But yeah, Kit Kats and like really any of those micro-sized candy bars they give you.
Fun size.
Oh, is that what they're called? Fun size? Ooh, nice fun size package. Those, like, if you go to a house and they gave you those, that was the fucking house, because these people, like, cared about you. They weren't the guys who went and bought, like, give me some dollar candy to give to these little shits when they come around and knock on my door, you know?
Shits.
So if I ever saw any of the little fun size stuff, that was always good.
Is that 5? There's got to be one more.
Oh, with the fun size stuff?
Yeah, that's not a candy bar. That is a size of candy. That's like a travel size.
I told you,
shampoo.
fat kid, I opened and ate. I didn't know what was going in my mouth. I was like, this shit's really good.
Give me 5 flavors then.
Well, 3 Musketeers.
A grape flavor.
Yeah.
Chocolate. Strawberry.
Strawberry. I like, you brought up Twix. I love Twix because like I always felt like I was getting extra candy because there's 2 in a package.
Yeah, dude.
So.
Did you ever have the coffee Twixes? They were out for like 1 year. They came out with those and like cookies and cream Twix and a peanut butter Twix, and those were the 4 Twixes for the year. They're so good.
I'm still fucking amazed I did a coffee one. I never had it.
It was delightful.
God, I bet that was.
I'm going to go on a slight tangent here that I noticed the last time like I was at a grocery store.
Okay.
I looked over, and it's like, oh, the candy's on sale for 68 cents. Or no, the candy is usually like 68 cents or something like that. It's like, that's kind of small. It's like, wait a minute. There's a king size. It's the size that the candy used to be before they shrunk it.
Yeah.
What's this bullshit? Why is the king size the old regular size?
Right?
America! Fuck yeah.
Dude, that's the fast food stuff. It's like, supersize is making people fat and die. They're like, okay, it won't be supersized anymore. The regular large is going to be medium. And supersize is now large.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's a crazy clown handling the public relations for people, but apparently that's how it is.
We just went by Burger King, too, and that reminded me. You remember when they had the triple cheeseburger?
Oh, yeah, dude.
And it actually wasn't all that expensive. After a little while, they started making the patties smaller because they were giving you 3 of them. And then when they got rid of it, they went back to normal. And then I guess somebody in the corporate got the idea. You remember those tiny little things that are like the size of like crystals are? Let's use this for all the burgers all the time.
Those burger buddies.
So if you get like a double cheeseburger now, you have like the equivalent of like 1 cheeseburger maybe.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's terrible.
P.S. Did you guys just see Pee Wee Herman's bike on the
did.
fucking
Yes.
road?
Yeah, so there was a dude who was riding his bike, and he looked like fucking Pee Wee Herman. And the bike had the handlebars that were like super high.
It was great. Okay, so now you have to pick one thing that made you go, God damn it! When you got it in your fucking Halloween bag. For me, granola. Because fuck those assholes who decided to take it upon themselves to be self-righteous enough to take the one thing that makes Halloween Halloween away from Halloween and turn it into Hippieween.
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush.
Oh my god, that would be. I think I got one of those. Of course, I didn't mind it because I only got one, so it was a novelty to me. So I was like, oh, a toothbrush, okay. So, just like granola, it's like, granola doesn't taste bad. I don't care. I'll eat the granola.
Yeah, granola's fine, but not on fucking Halloween.
What
Yeah.
kind of fucking Nazi principle thing is that? There can be nothing but candy on this day!
That is my principle because there is only one delicious treat.
We'll
you
apologize
German or
to the principal, Meanhausen.
Are you German or French? For a minute
Yeah,
there?
he doesn't
I couldn't tell.
I came from a mixed background.
Okay.
But seriously, I mean, fuck. Everybody thinks about chocolate and bubblegum. Popcorn balls are kind of pushing it, honestly.
Come on.
That's push. If it's covered in, like, caramel, okay. But seriously, it's
If they
supposed to be
gave
candy.
you like tofu, which doesn't taste like anything, it'd be like, oh my god, that's shitty. But it's granola. It tastes good. Who cares?
Well, I mean, I see both sides of it. Once again,
That's
as
because
a
we're
fat,
both talking.
as a fat kid, I'm still eating it. It's like,
You don't even know if you
I'm
got any.
I'm gonna put.
You just opened the fucking bag and poured it in your mouth.
I'm gonna put it like this. Like, also when I talk about how I hated, other than toothbrushes, the orange and black candy. I hated it, but you know what? When it was the last candy left in that bag, I still ate it.
That's even better.
It's like, I hate this fucking candy, but it's candy and it's all that's left. I'm just gonna eat it.
Oh my god.
So Shane, what was your least favorite candy? I know it's not granola.
No,
You
it's
fucking
not.
healthy bastard.
I don't like coconut. So
Ugh.
coconut flavored candy I just didn't like.
Oh,
It's not
man.
because it was like bad, but you
I
know.
forgot all about Mounds.
And almond joy.
Yeah, don't like coconut, so.
When I think of mounds, candy bars are not the thing I think of.
Well, see,
I think of the Indian mounds, which is a great place to walk.
yes, exactly.
I think it's
Not
pretty.
where you thought I was going with that joke.
I always thought about how appropriate that is. It's like, all men's joy have nuts. If you spell it that way, but mounds don't. They don't have no nuts, man.
That's great.
Oh, man.
Almond Joy. There's nothing enjoyable about that for me because I don't like any of the ingredients except for chocolate.
Yeah, I never liked almond joys because I don't really like almonds. Like, I can eat almonds like by themselves, but I didn't like them in candy because it'd be like, something sweet and like rock hard in the middle. Like, what is this shit in this fucking candy?
And plus, it's got like coconuts and fucking
It's like a whole
coconuts and regular nuts. It's like, I don't want to go on a tropical vacation. I just want to have some fucking chocolate.
What's with all these nuts I'm putting in my mouth in this candy? I like coconut though, so that's why I love Mounds. Like, I don't know, that was one of those candies. Like, did you ever bring candy to school the next day to trade around with people?
No, because I ate all of mine.
See, as a fat kid, I still wasn't that bad. We would trade it around, like, because some people don't like Reese's Cups, but other people do. So it's like, then you would get something they don't like they don't like Mounds. So I would trade because I love Mounds.
Mounds! I got some Mounds! Buy! Sell those fucking Mounds! That's what I'm imagining.
The candy stock markets.
Oh man, the fucking stock market crashed. There's nothing but this fucking orange and black candy everywhere. It's flooding the market.
Let me ask you guys a question.
That's awesome.
Why the fuck can't all the bullshit ass Reese's Peanut Butter Cup wannabes figure out that there's supposed to be sugar in the peanut butter?
Oh my god.
Because every fucking non-Reese's Peanut Butter Cup
terrible.
tastes like fucking Earth Balanced 100% pure peanut paste.
Did you know
chocolate on it?
Did you know that you can buy
What?
Reese's peanut butter by itself to put on sandwiches?
I did not know that.
Oh.
They sell it on its own, and then you can get to something that has like hazelnut or chocolate mixed in with it. So, now with that said, this is odd, but I love Reese's Cups, but I hate peanut butter. But it's because that doesn't taste like peanut butter.
Exactly.
So I think I've never got it, but I always like, if I did, I guess it would be a bad day. So I see it and I'll be like, I bet that's really good. And I'm like, no.
Speaking of flavors that don't, banana flavored candy doesn't taste anything like bananas,
But it tastes like delicious.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's
I do.
really good.
Yep.
Banana Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Banana
That shit's
Laffy
great,
Taffy.
man. It's fucking great. Man.
All right, so now that we've all discussed being fat asses, there's like candy.
Oh, it's never fat, I'll have you know.
That's true.
Oh, wait, I gotta say one more thing.
Pooh Man Plumbing
Pooh Man Plumbing.
on the side.
Oh my god, it does say Pooh Man Plumbing.
Google it. There's actually a company called Pooh Man Plumbing, and it's got a guy dressed like Superman. It's got, I think, 2 P's on it.
It should have been Pooper Man. That would have been perfect.
That would have been perfect. It might have
Pooper Man
been
Plumbing.
maybe it was taken.
It could have been.
Or they weren't that clever. One of the
Somebody
things.
has already taken that shit.
Aw.
So I gotta say one more thing. In case you listen to this before Halloween, let me give you a great idea. Me and some of my friends tried this last week and it didn't work, but it doesn't mean it won't for you because you're not idiots. What you do is you get cookie dough and you bake them like regular cookies. But when they come out of the oven and they're still hot, you take a toothpick and stick the toothpick into the chocolate, in the chocolate chip, and you pull the chocolate out on the outside of the cookie, and you put 3 on each side of the chip so it looks like spiders. So when you fucking have finished cookie product, it looks like you have spiders all over your chocolate chip cookies. It's the fucking coolest thing in the world, and you get to eat spiders. It's great for parties.
So you do 3 on each side?
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
spiders
they
have...
ate.
Okay, I was about to say, spiders have 8 legs, you idiot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be a 6, 7,
Not
8.
Halloween spiders.
Yeah, that's right. Were you fucking bullshit peanut butter thinking?
What the fuck did you just say?
Bullshit
I'm going
peanut butter
somewhere.
thing.
Hold on. I mean, peanut butter doesn't normally taste like delicious sugar, but Reese's does. Bullshit peanut butter thinking. That's what
Bullshit peanut butter
enough of this
thinking.
bullshit peanut butter thinking.
That's wonderful.
I'm just curious, where are we driving?
Around. We're headed towards Gray.
I'll say, yeah, we're leaving Macon at
I
this
was like,
point.
fuck, we're
I'm
going.
terrified.
It's not like we have to worry about losing Wi-Fi.
That's true.
So let's see. What else can we talk about Halloween related? What was one of the greatest costumes you have ever seen in your entire life?
For Halloween?
Yes,
or
for Halloween.
Okay, because I was going to say, Halloween costumes are like, cosplay and conventions are different. I've seen them amazing.
They can be the same though if you just wear one instead of in the beginning of September and the end of October.
That's true. I mean, that could be your Halloween costume.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Okay, well let's
I
have.
saw one recently that I thought was hilarious that someone did. Of course, I saw it on YouTube, so everybody's already seen it. If I saw something, everybody on the internet has seen it because I don't go to places where I would see it except for like YouTube or something like that. So it's like for this little toddler that can run around, and it's just like it's in the dark, and it's like this little stick figure made out of LEDs, so it looks like a stick figure's running after you.
Whoa!
And I was like, that's actually pretty awesome.
That is
So
pretty
that's the best
awesome.
one I've seen so far this year.
Yeah, I'll put it in terms of this year pictures I've seen. It's not necessarily the best, but it made me laugh. So, like a friend of mine and his wife, I think when they're taking their son out to go trick or treating, from what I understand, she's dressing up like Daenerys Targaryen. And so to have a little dragon, they got their son a little dragon costume. And so like the picture they posted is him running around screeching like a dragon, like doing like baby screeches and shit. It was kind of hilarious to see.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Mine would be this year. I think it was on BuzzFeed. I think that's the name of the website. They had top 10 retro Halloween costumes, and one of them. Do you guys remember the fucking game Joust?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the fucking ostrich.
There were two dudes dressed as the Joust characters.
Awesome.
That's pretty good.
It was fucking amazing. So it's ostriches and dudes in knights in armor.
I don't know if I would get that if I saw it, but that's awesome to know that people are doing that.
Yes, indeed it was.
Because fuck Joust. I would go however many levels based on the lives I had. So it's like, oh, there's one level, there's one life. There's one level, there's another life.
Okay, was there official end to Joust, or was it like Gauntlet where you just keep playing forever until you just...
Fuck that game.
I
Yeah,
think
seriously.
I think it had a conclusion because of the type of game it was. I think there was like a level like Pac-Man has a final level. There's 216 levels of Pac-Man.
Holy shit.
So I think Joust had a final level.
There's more than 440 levels of fucking Gauntlet. I know this. The bad thing about that is that was a Nintendo game, and you can only play a game for so long, no matter how young you are and how long you can stay up. And inevitably, somebody walks through the room and resets that shit because you're Nintendo. They make a wrong bump. And it's just like, don't. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Not even a password. Nothing.
I only played Gauntlet in the arcade, so I never really dealt with that. I mean, I had other bullshit Nintendo incidents, but not that.
Let me talk about something that's kind of Halloween related because it's fucking terrifying. When you are a
Republicans.
child, or even as an adult, some people, and you're like on that one fucking boss that you've been at for like 3 hours, and you're about to beat him, and some asshole comes in and trips over the cord and restarts it.
Oh my god, death.
There is a
Murder.
fucking Orochi dragon in my soul that's just like, make purple flames to eat their faces. They have no idea the journey they've interrupted. And it's just like, seriously, I would have to sit there and make sure that I didn't kill somebody.
So now that can be a Halloween thing. Like you can sit around like a campfire on Halloween and be like, and then someone tripped over the cord. And they say, till this day, Evan roams these woods with a controller in his hand, swinging it around, cracking people in the fucking head and destroying the motor part of their brain so they can't walk and trip over any more cables.
Dude.
And if you listen now, there he goes! Ah!
You could leave like the NES controllers as booby traps, so people could step on the corners of it and fucking just hurt.
Like Caltron.
God,
Ah!
those and Lego bricks, man, designed
Oh
to
my
fucking
God.
kill you.
How many... This has nothing to do with Halloween, but fuck it. How many of you tried to break your controller in half out of anger?
No,
Really?
I have started to do it, then realized like I want to finish this game and I need the controller.
Not me. I just became like a fucking demon. I was like, "Argh!" But it was a very weak demon because I couldn't break a fucking Nintendo controller.
I didn't because I
You
was
can
told
do it
that
if you twist it.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's why I almost did it and stopped.
I was told that as a child, if I broke anything, I was pretty much fucked. So I was not getting another one. So I knew better. So if I got angry, I do the same thing now. If a game pisses me off, just turn it off. Go do something else. There's plenty of other things to do. Which that's crazy. That I'm the one who's always like angry about shit. And I'm the one who's like, yeah, when a game makes me mad, I just turn it off and walk away.
I just turn it like most of the time like I'm really calm, the people that know me. But like occasionally like I'll be doing something and I just have this like few seconds of like anger. But like it's not like I do anything. So I'm just sitting there and I'm just like I'm fine. Like it's like nothing's going on. It's like 20th time I'm trying to beat like 7-star Bison or something like that.
Yeah.
And like I'm completely fine. And then there's just one point where I'm just like and then I go back to playing again like nothing happened.
I know what you mean.
Just like you Super Saiyan at the middle there.
You just gotta let it out, man, because it keeps building up, and you're like, I'm gonna give him one more fucking chance. Then it's death yell.
I just, you know what? This is always happened to me. There's like, if a game, the only game I'm thinking of right now that's just infuriating me to the point where I almost did something like that was Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox.
No shit.
Oh, God.
Me too. The fucking skeleton, goddamn dinosaur shit, fucking dragon asshole.
So literally, this is what happened with me and Ninja Gaiden. I get to about the 11th level where like you have to fight like 3 tanks and helicopters. Like it's just so stupid. And I'm getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And I finally finally think about it. And I'm like, I could beat this game, but it's not worth my time. I just turned it off, got rid of it. Because I was like, I really don't care how it ends because I'm done. And that's the problem with me in games is I'll do that in general. Like if a game gets to the point where it's like, I don't like persevere, I just quit. I'm like, I'm done. This is bullshit. You know,
Kyle
I'm
has
out.
a goddamn professional businessman in his head sitting there calculating. So
Cost,
these are
cost
the
risk
detriments.
analysis.
Exactly. Cost risk
Benefit,
analysis.
cost benefit analysis. That's it.
And he's just like, these are the detriments involved with continuing on this path. However, the high score is a great status, which will bring our company much resolve in the future.
The only game I think I've actually like played crazy, even though like I've gotten really frustrated with it before, has been Tetris. Which is crazy to think about, but like, you know, there's a period where like I was like literally I would play Tetris. I got it to like I always start at max level, so at max level in Tetris the pieces just come teleporting down. You
fuck
don't
that.
you don't even see them. So they're teleporting down, and you're just constantly mashing the button to keep them spinning so they don't lock in place. And you're trying to, you know, do these trick spins to spin them over pieces to get them into these weird little corners and stuff. And I was trying to get my game to basically hit where it hits all 9s in the score, but I think my DS died or something, and I was just like, and I was like,
Son
I
of
could
a
try this
bitch.
again, but no, it's not worth it. Damn. Same thing with the Final Fantasy VII, where I did all the craziness, got to the final level, and there's like PlayStation broke, and I was like, well, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
There was this game I had, Heavy Gear, that was like that. I bought this game.
Yep.
I paid for this game. I played it. I liked it. Last mission of the game, it always crashes. No matter how many times I reloaded it, no matter what happened, like reinstalling it, it just never worked. And I'm just like, fuck. And it's bad because like it was too late by that point because I've had it forever. But you couldn't even take that back because it's a computer game. You can't say it's broken because they would try it and it would work. They're not going to try. I mean, unless I brought, you know, like I saved my computer there with the save game. I was like, no, look, the last one's broke. Give me another one.
Yeah.
All right, so this week, talking about games and taking stuff back, I got a 3DS XL last week because I wanted a portable gaming thing. Like, I have an iPad, but like the games on the iPad are shit. I mean, literally, there's like 1 or 2 good ones, but then it's like they're nothing I want to really play.
There's 2 games on the iPad. Throw shit real far and something that's not Tetris.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I don't, you know, I'm going to get a 3DS so I'll have something to play while I'm, you know, out places. And I realized that you can get what they call a super card that allows you to play emulators and ROMs and all these different games, so like I can be cheap and not buy games.
Nice.
So I got it. But the downside is that like this card, 50% of the time if you put it into a 3DS, it does not acknowledge 3DS. So you have to find an older DS to put it in so it can register it, and then it basically tricks the card into thinking it's in a normal DS when you put it in a 3DS from that point forward. But I don't have a normal DS, and I didn't want to go buy one and get stuck with it, so I went to GameStop, and I had a story. I told them, I was like, hey, do you have any of these DS Lites? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, I need to get one for my fiance's daughter because she's been playing her system and like she's really into it and stuff. Do you have a pink one? He's like, yeah, I have a pink one. I was like, cool, let me get that. And then I was like, now, I think she was trying to buy one too for her daughter, but I don't know if she got one before she went to work. So if she did, can I bring it back? And the guy was like, well, yeah, if that's the case, that's no problem. Just hold on to your receipt. Okay, cool. Walk out of my car, put the card in there, register it, put it in my system, make sure it works, walk back inside. Yeah, I just talked to her. She already got it. I need my money back.
Yes, sir.
I knew that guy looked at me like, you were full of shit. But he just did it because he told me he would.
Well done.
Social engineering at its finest, buddy.
Dude. Let's
The
get back on.
the details make the best part of that. You know, it's like, yeah, do you have a pink one?
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah.
to put the details
You
in
gotta,
it.
you gotta
That's the
make
trick.
it believable.
You gotta make it believable.
Okay, so back to Halloween. One thing you love about horror movies and one thing you can't stand about horror movies. For me, one thing I love about horror movies is monsters. Ever since I was a kid, I've always loved monsters. They're my favorite thing in the world. I think monsters are great. I was the guy who would play Nintendo games and try to make friends with the monster enemies and get killed. But that's okay. I just didn't speak their language. One thing I do not like about horror movies, especially these days, is people assume that gore equals horror. But that is not fucking true. I can watch a bullshit-ass horror movie with tons of gore and just be like, that's not scary at all. I need something like that's not going to die to scare me. Like some fucking... like a ghost or something, or an old god or something like that. To me, that's terrifying, because no matter what you do, like the Mummy, you can run away from the Mummy because he walks slow as shit, but eventually you gotta go to sleep. Guess what? Mummy don't gotta sleep.
Mummy ain't got no sleep.
Mummy ain't got no sleep.
Ain't got no time for sleeping.
That shit's terrifying. But just seeing somebody cut open somebody's stomach and then just show the intestines falling out for like 5 minutes is just like, wow, I'm watching the Surgery Channel.
Well, gore can be done well and scary. Like most modern stuff, I don't really even consider horror films. Like, 'cause they're more suspense. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big horror movie person. I never really have been. Like, I remember as a kid watching like the Freddy Krueger stuff and things like that. And like, I liked some of those movies, but it was more because like Freddy was an asshole and it was pretty hilarious when he would say shit to people. But if I had to choose something that I like about horror movies, it would be the suspense stuff like that. Like the ones where it's like the first Saw movie to me is still just like, holy fucking shit, this movie just surprised the shit out of me. Like, I wasn't expecting a lot of that. Of course, the later ones were all garbage. So then, something I don't like would be, what is going on?
Sounds like a...
Is there a football game or something?
Okay, so yeah, we're currently driving by the university here, Mercer University, and I think there's a football game. That would explain why everybody's wandering around in suits and shit. Or there's a wedding.
For a football
Everybody
game?
wears suits for football games, Kyle.
All right, no, they do. At Athens, all the fraternities and sororities, they dress up in suits and nice clothes when they go to the football game.
This is retarded.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it is a sorority and a fraternity.
It would be funny if one group did it one time, because, that doesn't belong here.
No,
That's hilarious.
it's like ritual.
Boy, it was
So-
a great idea to drive down here.
But so, yeah, what were we talking about? Oh,
Horror
One thing
movies.
you said, one thing that you do like about horror movies. What's one thing you don't like about horror movies?
what makes me not like most horror movies is because they're so unbelievable. Like, I'm not saying, like, I want it to be like, if this isn't possible to really happen, then I don't give a fuck. But, like, some of the stuff that's in those, I'm like, why would you run away from an entire group of people when you know there's this thing hunting you? Why did you separate, you goddamn moron? It's like the stupidest thing you
You've already
could
got
do.
the thing that I hate about it. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's that same thing. It's like, okay, at some point, your self-preservation will keep you from doing some of this stupid shit.
Yeah. Well, what do you like then?
In movies like that, it gets to the point where I start rooting for the fucking monster to kill all these people and get it fucking over with. So I guess that.
And let me just say, if it comes to a fucking horror movie, Evan Jones is going to survive every fucking one of them. Let me tell you why. I don't get drunk. I don't do drugs. I don't get laid. Therefore, I'm going to survive. I might as
You're
well.
not black?
Yeah.
Ouch. Kyle said that.
I mean, it's true. Like, most black people in
Except for
horror
House on
movies die.
Haunted Hill. House on Haunted Hill, the black guy was the number one. He survived.
The one movie in existence.
Oh.
And
So
Tales
I'm
from the
just gonna
Hood,
go-
I guess black people lived in that.
Dude, you remember People Under the Stairs? You ever see that movie?
Oh,
That
yeah.
was so fucking great.
That movie was fucking crazy.
Dude with the fucking shotgun tried to kill the little kid. He's like, gotcha! He's dancing around. He was all fucking weird. They had on like sadomasochist fucking leather outfits and shit. Ugh.
Yeah.
That was a great film though.
I'm going to go ahead and extend, by the way, about the people being stupid. I like anime. It's great. Too many main characters are goddamn idiots. They're goddamn idiots. They don't have any idea what they should be doing in a situation. And they get put in situations that anybody would love to be in, and they hate it. And it drives me crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
Shinji Ikari.
I wouldn't necessarily
No,
say that I love him, but he is an idiot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's an
He
idiot.
does do stupid things.
I would love to be in a fucking harem of women with super strength and the ability to make magical things happen all the time.
I'm telling you, man, you'd want to be in Rosario Vampire. You'd want to be Skune. then you'd have a succubus and an ice maiden and a vampire and a witch and
Dude, I'll just take an ice
random
cream.
other things too, all trying to hump you.
Here's the thing is like a lot of those things where they're like there's a bunch of girls. Almost always, you can always tell the first girl they meet is the girl they're going to be with.
Yeah.
You always know that. And the second thing is,
It's a
almost
trope.
almost never like the main girl. There's always one I like better than the one that I know they're going to wind up with.
Well, so-
almost always.
In
Should've
Rosario
been Shampoo,
Vampire,
that's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Akane Tendo, fuck her. Shampoo.
in Rosario Vampire, the way they get you though is like the main character or the main female, Mocha. You don't really like her, but then like she has an alternate personality, which is awesome because she's like this badass, doesn't give a fuck about nothing.
Plus, she
You
has a
think
name
that.
after a delicious drink.
Yes.
She does. Look at them
What's up,
dogs.
dogs? What's up, dog?
I like how we drive by dogs and we all get distracted. Like, look at those. I just look over there.
We're making
He
sure they're
littered.
okay after that shit. It's like, hey, you guys okay?
This son of a bitch in front of us just littered. Run him off the road, Evan. I am offended.
Well, this is the right
So-
place to be. It's
so-
the Offenders Bucket.
I thought about it earlier, but I didn't say it. But now you brought up littering. Like when Evan mentioned going to like the Starvin' Marvins, me and Evan used to hang out all the time when we were younger.
Yeah.
And we go to Starvin' Marvins, and on the way back there's this little shortcut through like little woods, and there's a little wall you can sit on. And we would sit there
Yeah.
and eat the stuff we got from the store.
Like every day.
Day one, it was a nice place to sit. Come the end of the month, there's nothing but garbage there. We would just throw the shit.
17 Charleston shoe wrappers in one area where
And a
Evan
bunch
always
of fucking.
sits.
What the fuck was it? I forget what. Bit of honey.
Bit of honey.
I always got those. So let me say, since this does have to do with Halloween, I love those. That'd actually be my favorite one if anybody ever gave them out. But they're so fucking hard to eat. Because they have this little
man.
fold that they do, and the paper's stuck up under it. And
Oh,
you
no.
you spend the fucking 10 minutes getting the paper out of the fucking candy before you can eat it.
But that makes the candy much better because you had to work for it, man.
That's true. It's a fucking goal. That's
No! I
No.
want my Obama bit of honey. I want the government to come and open it for me.
I want my lucky income tax. I want my money right now. I can say.
So I can be like, thanks, Obama, and eat my bit of honey. They put me on Fox News.
Unless
Oh,
it was in
man.
an alternate world where there were giant insects, then you'd be like, thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama. It kind of sounds like it's talking. Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, they got called Obama. Let's go to McDonald's.
Oh man.
I'm sorry about the excess noise, ladies and gentlemen. My back is a puddle of sweat.
You're back, dude. My legs where this computer's sitting on them are like fucking on fire.
There is a fan that you can move it slightly to the left, and it should blow out some of that hot air.
Blowing right up my pants leg. Mm-hmm. Feel real.
Can I get out of this car?
So I just read that sign that said like going into business sales a mattress store. Insane deals. So you go in there and they're like, all right, if you buy a mattress, I'll kill your dog. It'll be fucking great. Because you know what ruins mattresses? Fucking dog hair. I'll fucking kill your dog. We're not going to be able to find the mattress.
Let's open a mattress store.
I think now we know why they're going out of business.
Because they're fucking killing dogs. Those are the people with the fucking animal shits
That's
from
right,
last
God.
weekend.
Because they'll ruin
Let's
your
turn
fucking bed.
around. Their mattress.
Well, they're going out of
fucking-
business forever. You can't buy another mattress. You gotta make this one last. Those fucking dogs will ruin it.
That's fucked up, man. Doggone it.
You're terrible. Terrible.
Okay,
Completely
back on track.
terrible.
Halloween. What's everybody doing for Halloween this year?
Not a goddamn thing.
All right, well,
Most
that was
likely.
easy. Oh well, Halloween's like on a Thursday this year, isn't
Most
it?
people are celebrating this weekend.
Yeah, like so this weekend, like I said, is birthday ween, so party. Now I may go out because up in Athens, like we don't have class next Friday because it's the Georgia-Florida games that weekend, so they shut down the whole fucking school on Friday because no one's there because everybody drives down to Florida.
Awesome.
So Thursday night there'll probably be a lot of stuff downtown, so I may go downtown to see if I can do some kind of costume contest, maybe win something.
Do it, man. You still got the Dragon Con outfit.
That's what I'm wearing tonight. That's why my head's shaved.
Oh, nice. I couldn't tell because you've been wearing a hat, a scally cap.
Oh yeah.
You look like a taxi driver with the sunglasses and the hat. Oh, shit. There's a funeral.
Well,
It's quiet.
Oh god. Okay, so now I'm about to piss some people off.
Oh, shit.
Funeral.
Nobody should wear yellow windbreakers ever.
No.
There's a guy wearing yellow windbreakers.
Funeral
That's a
processions.
Whoops a daisy.
it is not a
That is-
windbreaker.
that
It's
is
a
a woman.
pullover.
That is a woman wearing a yellow pullover. Evan Jones is an idiot.
All right, so funeral processions are the most selfish things in the entire fucking world. All right? Now, hear me out. I understand that you loved this person. And I understand that you want to, honor them. But what you're basically now doing is parading their dead body through the city for everybody and inconveniencing everybody in the process. So now I hate your dead family member, and I don't want to ever fucking do anything. I want to follow you in there and curse them because it irritates me.
Wow.
I hate funeral processions. America is the only civilized country that does funeral processions for non-states members or people who are somebody important.
That's not true. Like I saw them do it in India. They were walking them through the streets and
That's
like foods
yeah,
and
but
stuff like that.
that's different. This isn't like necessarily a religious thing. This is I'm parading my dead for people to see it. That's religious. And then I still would be irritated by that if I was in India.
Well,
but I'd be killed if I made a comment about it.
You know.
Yeah.
But
like we're stuck in traffic now because of parading this dead person through here.
well, they are pulling into
Which is
the
Halloween.
graveyard. They're pulling into the graveyard.
But if we would have been somewhere else, they wouldn't have been pulling into the graveyard.
Right. I can understand like letting the hearse go ahead and to the graveyard, but the rest of the people could just wait.
Yeah.
I can understand that. I have a similar thing with like emergency vehicles. Like everybody pulls over to the side. Now it depends. If they're on the opposite side and you're on a bridge and there's no way they're going to where you're going, why do you have to pull over? Why do you have to pull over?
I don't know.
And on a similarly related note, I fucking hate small dogs. Small dogs are always barking and pissing on your shoes and biting you, and then when you pop the dog on the head, they go, "Don't you touch my little princess!" Well, your little princess is a fucking foul, shitting, pissing, barking, biting piece of fucking shit. Okay? A funeral procession I can handle. A fucking... whatever Shane said, I can handle. I can handle anything other than assholes who have small dogs that treat them like fucking baby children and then get mad at you when you don't want to be pissed, shit, or bitten upon. Did I say that correctly? Bitten upon?
Yeah, technically.
Shat upon, pissed upon, bitten. Okay.
So now that we've all talked about what we hate.
So,
Halloween.
I remember when Evan kicked a dog and made it pee.
That was a shoe that I hit it with.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't kick it.
That's true. You hit it with a shoe. I forgot.
And it pissed
It
itself.
spun in a circle, yelping, and then pissed.
This is exactly what happened. Let me give you some backstory before you think that Evan Jones is a vicious, cruel animal beater. My girlfriend fell asleep on the couch at the time. Ex-girlfriend at the time.
Ex-girlfriend at the time.
Still currently ex-girlfriend. But I still talk to her mom, which is weird. So she's asleep on the couch with her fucking tiny, hairy, shit-piss bark machine. Which I tried to be nice to, but it was just a fucking dickhole. So, she's asleep on the couch. So we have to go to work. So I go over to wake her up, and the dog attacks me. Like, I go and I'm like, hey, it's time. It's like, ah! And it bites me on the hand. I was like, you motherfucker! And it tries to bite me again. So I'm like panicking, and I see a fucking bedroom slipper. I pick it up, and I pop it on the head. And the dog goes, arr, 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 and runs in a fucking perfect circle. Fucking pi is in that motherfucker. 3.1427, whatever. In a perfect circle, and pisses. Like it's trying to conjure up a piss demon in a sacred circle of pee-pee. And my girlfriend wakes up and sees her dog pissing and running in a circle. And she's like, what's going on here? And I'm like, your dog bit my head. I was trying not to make us late for work. And she's like, I know. There's a fucking small dog right there on the fucking side of the road.
Just run him over.
That was the last time I hit a dog. God, that was like, what was it, 2003?
On a not quite related note, but has to do with the same story. If any of you were upset with George Bush being president, it's Mondo's fault.
I'm not even in on this one.
Shane, please.
I don't remember all the details. I remember like there was some argument going on that the same girl was getting on Evan about something, so he distracted her, being like, well, Mondo voted for George Bush. He's like, how could you? And she went off on him like he was the vote that made the decision.
Yes. He's
Like,
responsible.
He's responsible for being president.
And he just kind of sat there with this look on his face like he just found out every car he had ever had was stolen. And he was going to jail for stealing them, but he didn't know it. And he was just like,
That was hilarious.
and she's like,
The American people are gonna suffer.
So, was this your girlfriend that had the striking resemblance to a McDonald's character?
No.
Okay.
no, this was 2003. This one, I don't know if you ever met her before.
Nope.
She was pretty, but man, she was fucking nuts. I seem to always attract pretty nuts girls. I would be happy to attract a pretty not nuts girls if there's any of them listening out there to a podcast called The Offenders by any chance. But the point was, Mondo held that shit against me to this day.
Yes.
I can't even say the word Republican around him. Or he'll be like, oh, is that a fucking joke? You tell people I voted for George Bush?
That's not really something to get by me.
We all make mistakes, Mondo. Just acknowledge yours.
Because he did, in fact, vote for George Bush.
Yes.
He did. I was not lying. He really did.
Oh, man. Well, Evan, what do you... Get back to the subject that we were originally on. What are you doing for Halloween?
Oh. Well, I went out today. Before the podcast, I purchased my costume, which for those of you who've actually read the Hitchhiker's Guide series, instead of just seeing the movie, there's a book in the series called Life, the Universe, and Everything. And there's a chapter when Arthur Dent, the main character, gets lost in time and space for 5 years. How you get lost in time for 5 years, that's a conundrum in and of itself. But anyway,
I think once you found a clock, you would know what time it was.
yeah, I guess so. Either way, you're not supposed to panic. I know that. So he starts looking all haggard, big beard, long hair, and he still has the same clothes on because of course he can't change his clothes because he's stuck in a fucking alien world in a cave. So since I look like I live in a cave, I just bought the outfit that Arthur Dent is going to wear. And I decided instead of being precisely the one that everybody knows, I'm going to be the much lesser known one that'll be more fulfilling to other nerds like me who pay attention to small details of stuff that most people think is stupid.
That does sound kind of stupid.
See, Kyle's like most people. He doesn't understand. He plays Minecraft.
I am like most people. There's a lot of people that play that game.
You know what's sad? I don't even really know what the fuck you do in Minecraft other than... Because I always just say you make gardens. Because that's the only thing that I've ever seen.
Maybe I will make you play it one time with me so I can just record your reactions for the first times on everything that is happening. Because it can be quite comical, especially when some of the bad stuff happens.
I don't really like strategy or sim games, though, because you can't throw fireballs and there are no uppercuts.
Wow, you've really narrowed down your games to a very small...
I'm a simple man. I'm a very
He likes
simple
games beside. He liked Catherine.
man. I sure did.
Yeah, but that's got the other thing Evan likes.
Anime women.
Yep.
The gameplay was fun too.
It was a great story. All in all, it was a great story. That's a terrifying game. That would be a good segue, Shane. That's why he's the fucking co-host. Play Catherine. If you've got nothing else to do this Halloween, play Catherine. It's a game about a guy who is scared to get married to his girlfriend, so he hangs out in a bar all the time with his buddies, and he meets another woman who he accidentally ends up sleeping with. Accidentally. Then, all hell breaks loose because he finds out that all these people are dying from nightmares, and he starts having nightmares, and it's fucking awesome. Every time I played that game before I went to sleep, I'd be like, please don't let me have any
But what's
nightmares.
crazy about this game is it's not like an action-adventure game, it's a puzzle game.
Yep.
But it's a good puzzle game. It's hard. Like, when I played it through with some friends, like, we played it together because I was like, I don't think I could have beat this game on my own.
Me and Evan.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, it took
I was
both
like,
of
Shane,
us.
what the fuck do I need to do right
All
here?
right, do this and do that, and then I get stuck. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, oh no, I got it.
Yeah, it really did. It took three of us. I mean, because we were sitting there like, no, do this, no, do that, and stuff like that.
That in and of itself is one of the joys of video gaming. It's just getting together with your friends and pulling through dire situations and then just being like, yeah! That's why I like watching Game Center CX so much, the cock show, Retro Game Master, whatever you want to call it, because you see him playing all these games that are hard as shit. whoa, these guys need help.
Yeah,
They
but
really need someone to push that car somewhere. I know that.
Well,
They are.
they don't call us the offenders for nothing. We're going to keep driving.
wow, they need some help. Fuck them. I hope somebody stops and helps them.
What was I talking about? But yeah, the perseverance through these terrible odds with your friends is one of the greatest parts of playing video games. Like when you have to fight fucking Geese Howard and Fatal Fury, any of them. Oh man, that's the most SNK boss. I believe you were telling me about that the other day.
Yes.
It is a trope.
That's a trope. Is now a term. This boss is fucking ridiculous. It's an SNK boss, even if it's not an SNK.
Son of a bitch. But to answer your question, what I will be doing is I will be dressing up like that character. I'm playing a show at a club here locally for Halloween. It's a costume contest, and before that, I'm going to drop by my friend Mike's house, as I mentioned previously. His mom makes 10,000 chocolate chip cookies and has a lot of candy. So we go over there, and she makes this cheese dip stuff, but I don't really care for it because it doesn't have chocolate in it. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I actually have to work on Halloween, which kind of sucks. I have to work on Devil's Night, which means I can't catch anything on fire. I have to work on Halloween, which means I can't go around scaring people, and I work the day afterwards.
Oh,
which
you're not on the phone anymore. It's like you didn't watch Rosario vs. Vampire, but it's like you could act like the bus driver. So it's like, how can I help you? I had this accident, and what do you think? You think you guys gonna pay? We're gonna pay for it, or they're gonna pay for it? I don't think you have a ghost of a chance.
That'd be a good way to lose your job.
It would, but then you won't have to work on Halloween anymore.
Shane, you're always thinking outside the box.
Exactly.
fucking Taco Bell in the backseat. Which is where he eats at a lot.
Not all the time.
Well, it's the closest in proximity to you.
All right, well, we're pulling back up to Evan's bourgeois. Is that the right use of that word?
I have no idea.
Or is it boudoir?
No
I think
We're pulling back up to where Evan lives.
to the spot. The place where the magic doesn't happen.
But so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Anything else you guys would like to add about Halloween?
It's one of the best fucking holidays next to Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right. It's one of the best fucking holidays because everybody sees the girls in the hot outfits and they want to fight.
Yes.
Sexy Abraham Lincoln.
I cannot tell a lie.
Girl, you got the best butt I ever seen in my life.
All right, then I guess that's going to be it for this episode of the Offenders Podcast. So if you want to send us any questions or anything you want us to talk about, you can send them to us at offenderspodcast@gmail.com. So you send anything over, we can discuss it on the show. If you have questions you want us to ask each other or just talk about, drop us a line with that. And until next time, I'm Kyle.
I'm a scary monster.
I'm killing fucking dog!